YSL Facts Cap Podcast, episode 93. We back, baby.
Episode 94.
94.
My 90 motherfucking
94. I'm off track. I'm off because I just
93, 94.
Shit, man. I don't even know why we keep track of these motherfuckers. But we here. We here, man. Eventful week, man. How y'all doing, man?
Shit, man.
I'm back, man. That's how I'm doing, man.
Yeah, bro. How was Hawaii, bro?
Hawaii was lit, man. You know.
I seen the Island Boys got jumped over there and robbed.
We had just left when they got there.
You went to the church.
You set that shit up.
He was at the church.
I heard I heard Islanders was coming. I was like, all right, time to go.
My boy got the Island shirt.
Yeah.
How you gonna be called the Island Boys? You get jumped on the island. Damn.
That's they frauded.
Hey, bro, how many more PTO hours you got?
Hey, shouts out to Show. My team lead was watching this shit, and he was like, "That nigga, do I need to check his PTO out?" I thought you should let the comment. That was funny.
Yeah,
yeah, man. I'm here, man. I'm here.
All right. So, man, this one hurt me right here, man. I know it hurt y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got the hometown dudes, hometown team, man. Allegedly breaking up? All of a sudden, we seen Quavo, we seen Takeoff. They both been promoting a song called Hotel Lobby. Ain't think nothing of it. We know they do their solo things at times. We know not all the time, all the Migos all on the same track. But then they went under the name. They didn't go under the Migos. It went under the name, what was it? Uncle and Few. Uncle and Nephew. So, you know that chart, that made speculation. But you know, one thing the Migos don't do is respond in the media. So what do we think happened? What are the possibilities? What's going on? React.
I always take that saying, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so initially I thought it was some publicity, but like, even in that, let's just say that's the truth. There's agreeing to publicly pretend you're beefing, or publicly pretend you got a feud, or somebody asks you, y'all still cool, you ignore it. That's a slippery slope. You've seen that with Cam and Jim Jones. That's what Cam said. He said Jim came up to him, hey, man, that's fake beef. Like, nah, I'm not, you know, and later they really start beefing. So I look at all that as just saying, I don't know right now, but there's something going on for them to even be going like that, because they don't necessarily need the publicity. All the publicity is good publicity, but why that?
I mean,
that's my takeaway.
But there's nothing that's been said to say that there's even smoke. Like,
it is. You didn't see the TMZ with Quay? The dude kept asking, hey, what's up with you and Offset? Any comment? No.
Oh no, see, I ain't see it.
Why not just say,
yeah, ain't nothing going on.
Nothing going on. It's my brother.
If niggas is really not, they really not beefing, nigga, it wouldn't have been none of that. It would have been like, no, that's my brother. Come on, man.
Or just don't say nothing. Just keep on, man. But the fact that he like, you just adding fuel to the fire.
I don't know, man. I was gonna let this one play out. I don't want to make no assumptions. I just need more to see, not just because you don't follow each other on IG.
Yeah, that's another thing I meant to say. They unfollowed each other on Instagram. Cardi B and Offset unfollowed.
So is it
Quay
confirmed that he unfollowed them, or is it confirmed that because they check when anything's something to go on, people go check to see if they following each other. So I've heard that they wasn't following each other before.
Yeah, I heard. So the only thing exclusive we could tell you, being that we from the town, is that somebody said that kind of like they been unfollowed each other. Like, maybe. And you know, somebody told another person, I'm not, you know, disrespecting him, but he's just not reliable enough for me. Like, we cool, but we ain't like best friends or nothing. You know what I mean? He told me something that he heard. To me, I was like, man, that's probably a possibility, but I'm not gonna run with it, and I'm not the person that's gonna put that out. And I really don't think that. I think it's more to it. You know what I'm saying, man? I do think. You want to know what gave it away that there's something going on?
What?
So, remember when Offset started beefing with Baby or whatever, right? And remember they wanted to get off the label and everything. Offset had a problem, I think, from what I took in, Offset had a problem with P. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, picking sides, it's like, yo, this is a nigga I knew Baby as a child, and then I knew y'all helped me get my label off the ground. So I guess maybe I'm not gonna speculate, but I know there was tension between Offset and P, right? Now I remember when P opened up his strip club, Quavo went to the strip club. Now I know they was cool after that. It wasn't no issue or nothing, but it gave me a lot of insight that basically Quavo still rock with P. You know, Takeoff probably rocking with who I'm rocking with. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like he chilling. I think Offset kind of had a little tension with P, right? Not on some beef shit, but just like, you know, for whatever reason it may be. So I noticed you don't really see P talk about the Migos like that. Even when they dropped the album, did you see P say anything about the album like that? We didn't really see him say nothing. Yesterday on Twitter, after Few and Unk dropped they shit, I see P talking about, man, I'm on Twitter. He like, man, I be telling Takeoff he could be the best in the world if he just really cared about this rap shit. But that's him though, man. He's promoting the song. He's talking about the song. Now that Offset is out of the picture.
Oh, you might got something there, man.
That seemed a little weird to me when I looked at it.
Now, that's something to beef about.
That seemed a little weird to me because it's kind of like, all right.
Labels.
He's looking at it. I'm not, and this is all speculation. I'm looking at P and he fell back. But then it's like, okay, maybe we got the distraction out of the picture. These two is working together. Then my niggas. I'm promoting that shit now. We back on the team.
Standpoint is like you choosing P over me.
Mm-hmm. And then we already know Cardi B left. This is why I know it's Offset's beef too, because Cardi B had left the management, remember?
Yeah.
So
that's
when I seen that on Twitter, it just made me go like, That might be something right there. You might have something right there. Yeah, but and like I said, somebody gave me a story, but I just was like, man, this is just so. I just can't believe no shit like that. So I'm a, you know what I mean? I'll just keep that one in the back pocket. So
that just makes more sense.
Plus, I ain't out here looking for what they beef is. I don't want nobody to think that. I'm not out here like calling people. Niggas is hitting me up because they know I be on YouTube and shit. But nah, I ain't gonna do that. But
I don't think this is forever though. Even if this is a beef. They feuding now, bro. These niggas like brother, dog. This shit.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
This shit ain't gonna last.
Now, do I think that Quay and Tate can hold down the fort and make a pretty good album? Yeah, I do. But the Migos ain't the Migos without the three. We've already seen them do solo projects. And I just, Quavo's was it was cool. Offset had the best album.
Facts.
Takeoff. Yeah, he just seemed like he just did some shit just to do it.
You ain't like that one better than Quavo's?
It went under the radar.
Quavo's was kind of boring. I ain't gonna lie.
I listen to Takeoff's more than Quavo.
I can see I personally think Quavo's was the most disappointing. I expected more hits. Mm-hmm. Takeoff is kind of what I expected, and Offset is kind of what I expected too. The best of both worlds. But Migos is all three though. So y'all get it together, man.
Yeah, y'all get that shit together, man. I told y'all in the last episode I don't condone scrapping and fighting and shit. But if that's what y'all have to do,
need to hit one time.
Now don't get me wrong. If that's another nigga belief, you know what I'm saying. More power to the people.
Ain't nothing wrong with goddamn shooting a fair one.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
People didn't understand the difference. Is
it's not that I'm against it.
I'm not finna stomp your head in and kill you.
It's not that I'm
get that shit off.
It's not necessarily that.
Put the gloves on.
It's not that I'm against it.
You put the gloves on.
It's not that I'm against it because I'll be a hypocrite to say that because I've done it before.
Because I heard you say it.
But what I'm saying is, I think at my age, when I thought about it, I'm 31,
it ain't for everybody.
I ain't really trying to fight my friends.
Sometimes fight it out really just mean nigga good ass argument.
Sometimes a little tussle and then you break it up and then you go your separate way, you good. Or whatever it is. But I think boxing, if niggas can't come to a conclusion, put on the gloves. Or for they got money, they grown. They just maybe need time apart.
Speaking of boxing, Freddie Gibbs. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man.
Hey man, is that
nigga with Freddie Gibbs?
Is that nigga really did he come out on top?
Hey man.
Okay, so let's talk about what happened.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say my take.
I'm not sure exactly what initially happened, but him and Benny the Butcher from Griselda Records, they've had a good rapport. They've made records together, But for whatever reason, I think in an interview, Benny the Butcher, he said they asked him about working with Freddie Gibbs because they was rumored they were supposed to do a tape together. And for whatever reason, he said, man, working with Freddie came and went. And he left it at that. Freddie was upset about that. And he said, a couple of things. But then he started trolling. And we all know Benny the Butcher got shot in the leg in Houston at a Walmart parking lot. Some people tried to rob him. And he went in, and Freddie Gibbs went and posted up, shout out to them Houston niggas. And this is right out there. Freddie canceled a show in Houston. So basically he put shout out to them Houston niggas. He was doing all that type of trolling. You know what I mean? So when it was time for, which was this week or last week, sometime this week, Freddie Gibbs, he had a show in Buffalo. He was at the local barbecue spot, Dinosaur Barbecue in Buffalo. I've never heard of that.
That shit sound like it gotta be good as fuck.
Dinosaur Barbecue, and the footage leaked, and it's like 15 to 20 niggas on his head. Now,
severe case of the beat.
They beating him. You know what I'm saying? You see, now I will say for his security, him to have like one security guard, he did a good job. He put him in the corner. He kind of covered him up. But he went and did the show. They beat him, and then they left. He did the show later that night. Noticeably had 2 swollen eyes. You know what I mean? His eyes looked pregnant. And, he did the regular rapper shit. Y'all ain't take my chain. I got my chain. He was at Icebox, all that kind of shit. So what do we think about this situation? Because some people said that's an L for Freddie. Some said that that's a W because he still performed.
So, initially, I was like, man, this nigga's getting like allegedly beat up in Florida. Now he's getting beat up. Now we see the videos, see the thing. I'm like, man, he's going out like a clown act. He's pulling his card. Mm-hmm. But one thing about Freddie, what I've noticed, because I don't listen to his music, is this trolling shit. And the things with trolling, and you kind of had that underdog, like, I don't give a fuck attitude. It can turn, like, that shit can turn fast from niggas making fun of you, from the butter joke to, for him to get jumped like that, to still perform, still talk shit, people gonna be like, damn, okay. I'm still talking shit. Shout out to them Houston niggas. Now what? He didn't even stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and it's not like it was a fair one. They 15 niggas. So I'm like, if he can just keep it up and keep trolling, keep moving without dying, like, hey, I can see it. That's just becoming him. Like,
why can't they do the other troll like that? Like, why can't they just rough that nigga up for real like that, man? Like, y'all know who I'm talking about.
Gotta catch him.
Tekashi, he not sloppy. He not as sloppy
as. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be on head on swivel. That dude act like you untouchable.
But nah, I mean, I really feel like, I ain't gonna say it's all the way up. I mean, yeah, you took an ass whooping, but you took the ass whooping and you still got down performed. Like, but the good thing about this shit, like we was talking about earlier, nice little scuffle. You got your ass beat. Nobody had it. Nobody. No, I'm not saying like it was like a friendly fight, but I'm saying niggas still fight. Like niggas ain't have.
Oh, you say no shooting?
No shooting. Niggas ain't get stabbed and goddamn.
That's because they said the niggas that jumped him was like. Now we got to take it. Freddie Gibbs is about to be 40. I think Benny the Butcher is like 37. So these is old head activity. And New York, they don't have guns. You can't have guns.
That's what I said. That's the good shit.
Was it necessary for him to jump him? For that troll?
Oh, well, I think we don't know what all happened. But I think when you make fun of somebody getting shot, you kind of put that shit on yourself. Now,
yeah.
For me, I'm going to say this. That's just an L. We all know them niggas he didn't want to kill the nigga. So he sent some niggas to beat your ass. You went to Buffalo. Because what Freddie was going to do was, he was going to troll and say, I went to your city.
He didn't do nothing.
I was by myself. It was just me and my security guard.
Yeah, he definitely changed the storyline.
Yeah, so he can't do that no more. We all know he probably recording himself. Yeah, I'm over here at Dinosaur Barbecue. Damn, y'all got some good barbecue over here in Buffalo. Like, he was gonna do the troll and shit. So you kind of gotta do some shit to him. But he probably don't want that nigga to die. He ain't trying to get hit with no charge. You know what I'm saying? So it is a L. And I'm not the type of person that's with that whole I'm still here talking shit after I got my ass whooped. No, you got your ass whooped.
So
that's what it is.
It's more like a lowercase L than a capital L.
Yeah. It ain't like it's not like
loss,
it's not
you
career.
still perform. He ain't sit you down.
It ain't career, and I'm sure that he don't care. He probably still want that nigga to get his money. Like, do what you do, but at the same time, he just like, listen, man. Now, eventually, like, we got to see how good the trolling he does to Benny the Butcher after that. Because he's been quiet about Benny the Butcher ever since. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he keep talking shit, but if you get your ass whooped more than once, like, if this was the first time, then okay, maybe, but this is the second time in, like academics said, in 90 days. Like, you getting your ass whooped continuously, you're going to turn into a running joke. Come on, man. We know that. When Youngberg was continuously out here getting slapped up, and they was taking his shit.
They gotta change his whole name.
He had come on now, so we not gonna act like this shit can't like.
He became a whole new person.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like it's still a L. If I get my ass beat and I still gotta put ice on my eyes at the end of the day, it's an L, nigga. It is what it is. Now
I still got my chain though.
Yeah, you still got his chain. He did well for niggas. He left standing on his own too. I will say that. You know what I mean, but. I just think that, you supposed to be, especially when you're supposed to be you from one of the most worst areas, Gary, Indiana. You from there. You talk gangsta in your music. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when we look at Tekashi, we never believed him. We just knew that he had people around him. We believed I thought Freddie, and he still might be. But
you could be the hardest nigga, but
I thought Freddie was like smarter than that. Like that really could have went bad for him, bro. He got kids and everything. Like, if we really keeping it a buck, that shit really could have went bad for bro. And that's what Academics was saying. Like, Academics was really kind of serious with him. Like, he was like, yo, like, it's one thing for you to be beefing with me, but for you to be beefing with niggas who's active in the street, there was no reason for you to be in Buffalo. Like, you really are putting yourself in jeopardy. You moving around with one security guard? That's not smart. Like, come on, bro.
Some people believe they on hype.
Yeah, he said you trying to go the Tekashi route, but at least Tekashi knows how to move. You don't know how to move.
At least, man, look, you on the road with more than one security guard. Send somebody in that motherfucking dinosaur barbecue to go get my shit.
If he was gonna go to Buffalo, bro, this nigga should have
been in the hotel.
Checked in a hotel under his security guard name and stayed in that bitch until it was time to go to the venue. He went to that venue and then he drove his ass. Then he should have drove his ass to like New York City and got a hotel.
I ain't nigga the way you say he supposed to be from Gary, Indiana. Nigga, ain't nobody about to keep me in the hotel room, bro.
All right, man. You know Buffalo's small as fuck.
Oh no, I'm
Shout
just.
out to Carla. Carla said that motherfucker. Carla from Buffalo. She said that motherfucker got. She told me like you can see the tumbleweeds going across the street. That's how it's nothing going on in Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. So. What else we got going on?
Shit.
All right, so do we really care about this right here? Chris Brown. He had to come back. Chris Brown. So Chris Brown, shout out to Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. They just had a baby boy.
Congrats.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess Chris Brown, he put up like a cryptic type message. It wasn't really direct. He put up a picture of like the pregnant emoji and said congratulations once it came out that Rihanna had the baby. And Twitter, they was like, he's in what they call a narcissist. He's the abuser. He's doing this, la 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 la. What are we thinking about?
Mind y'all motherfucking business. Y'all don't know. These motherfuckers may have had conversations afterwards. They may be at a different place in they life to where, they may speak privately or they, have at least a cordial friendship to where he can say congratulations and that shit come from the heart. Like if you take away the bullshit we know that happened to abuse it, that one day. I'm sure we've seen them too outside of that, like little things that show that they still have some type of relationship there. Like even if it ain't on a day-to-day basis talking, they still have their own friendship or whatever. She may have forgave the nigga for everything. Nigga, they was kids when that shit happened. Niggas need to mind their own business. That nigga said congratulations. Fuck it. It ain't none of your business. He wasn't talking to you, bitch.
Oh, well then.
Sorry.
I see both. Like Chris don't get the benefit of the doubt from a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? From his past actions, not just with Rihanna, but with Karrueche. How he act. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't touch her.
No, I'm talking about like
just the way he acted,
controlling, the narcissism, all that controlling shit, the typical abuser behavior. But honestly, I think people do it's overreaction. But that might be, some tension for him and ASAP. A little thing there. Like,
now, if it was something there, that's different. But
do I remember hearing something?
I ain't never heard nothing with them.
I do remember hearing there was like a little tension between them.
ASAP like dissed them or something.
Yeah. On the last track that he just put out or something like that. Yeah, last man used to like abuse you or something like that. He says some kind of line like that.
So
then again, there's no reason for shit. He just responded.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I don't think that there's nothing wrong with him saying congratulations. I think he set himself up when he publicly did it. But at the same time,
he also got an album.
Chris Brown is Chris Brown's about to say that. Chris Brown is the type of person that doesn't give a fuck about nothing. So y'all are basically like dogs howling at the moon, trying to like be mad at Chris Brown because Chris Brown does not give a fuck about shit.
Nigga looking at his phone talking about some
Yeah,
nigga, I feel for that shit.
When we think about damn, I just lost my train of thought. Fuck it, Chris Brown don't give a fuck. That nigga don't give a fuck. A$AP Rocky said his shit. He can't beat up Chris Brown. He might shoot Chris Brown, apparently. But
he got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not.
You think about shooting shit right now.
Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. We about to talk about YSL, but I just seen something on Instagram right now where it says that Young Thug has a good chance of getting out on next Tuesday or Wednesday. We talked about this last week. What do you think about this whole YSL situation, Kazadi?
Big picture, rappers, black people. Two things. One, it's kind of the same thing, but you got to know your situation. We agree, most people, that black people have been dealt a bad hand. We come from inner cities, lack of resources. So you make the best of what you do. But all that being said, and it's unfair, you get legally targeted, all that stuff. But you gotta know the game you playing. If you're playing Monopoly or any game and somebody got a head start, you gotta know that. So you gotta know the rules. So you gotta be smart. Just always say, if you're gonna do something wrong, do it smart.
Do it the right way.
Do it right.
Do the wrong the right way.
Do it the right way. Do it.
And you're right.
So that's the big picture. Small, just more specifically, I was having this debate at work. We're not debating, this conversation. It's just like, man, you got money, you millionaire, and you still dealing with street shit. And some people feel like, man, when I was young, them OGs, them old heads, them drug dealers, they was looking out for me. They was the one putting money in my pocket. They was the one, if I was in beef, I would call. So now that I'm rich, just how I connect, I stay connected to the hood.
What did we say on this podcast when we were all having a conversation and we were talking about it's not that it's not that hard, but like you have to get your foot out the street. There's no such thing as having a foot in and foot out.
But I think what I always say is like some people I think are just like make dumb choices, but like you said, some people, they're just dumb. Like, they're just what they know. That's all they know. You could give them $50 million and all this opportunity.
And they still want to be a criminal.
They still want to be a criminal. That's all they know. So
when you take that 50 mil, put 5 mil back in the streets, then now that shit making money. Now you got them at 100 mil.
Yeah.
That's just,
people, oh man.
I hope they ain't tell Gunna nothing. That's the other thing.
Man, I don't think Gunna gonna snitch. If Young Thug got a chance on getting out, Gunna damn for sure got a good chance of getting out.
The charges on Gunna is like
Bro,
that Rico shit.
Bro, they broke that shit down, bro. Shout out to my Fresh and Fit. I don't like the advice you give to niggas and bitches, but I do like the advice. I do like when you break down because you was an ex-fed. I do like when you break that. I'm not lying. He's an ex-fed.
It just sounds funny. That's the way you said it.
He can shout out to Fetted.
It was like saying you was a bitch.
He's an ex-fed.
I do
take
like
what y'all want from it. The way that he be breaking down that shit, and it be taking 3 hours, and I still be listening to that shit at work.
I tried.
Bro, it's good. I'll give him that. Now, what I will say, what do we think about? I was having this conversation last week. Let's say that without a shadow of a doubt, like I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Fuck it, I don't want to hold it back. I feel like they got Young Thug on some shit that's kind of like dead to rights. You know what I'm saying? Like even if we just go on the guns, like the silencers, him talking on the phone, like
the wiretaps.
I
had that man tapped since 2015. It's wild.
Yeah, the wiretaps. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I see this ain't one of those a lot of the situations now as far as like the rental car and shit, like a lot of the situation, I get it. We're gonna have to see how it play out. Some of this shit, I'm like, oh, this nigga's fucked. If this is really went down how they say it went down, which I don't believe they would put that information out there unless they really had him on the wiretap saying that shit. It doesn't make sense for them to do that. What do you think about it? Because I asked him, do you think that it's like, is it still free Young Thug? Like, how do you feel about it? Like, do we say...
we've asked that question before. Like, when people are accused of these crimes, people say free them. That's just like, it's just like the man just had a murder spree or he just robbed this old, like, what do you mean free him? Like,
I don't know if that nigga did it.
If that nigga did what he did.
I'm in Q about Young Thug right now.
But
I'm in limbo.
I would have to hear the breakdown of all his charges of exactly like having guns, silencers.
I'm not mad at the guns.
I'm gonna say free you. And if you in beef,
he shouldn't have no silencers though. He was crazy for that.
You might need that shit, bro.
But other than that, like I don't know what else he did for me to not be like. I'm not really saying free Young Thug. I don't like. I will enjoy his music, but you know, it's not. I'm not out here protesting for Young Thug, but
free Thug.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't mad at it. Free Thug.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like shit. It is what it is with Young Thug. Like I'm not free. I'm not like gonna be out here screaming free Young Thug, but I'm not saying throw him under the jail. But I just feel like shit, bro. He gotta have his due process. Like when I'm hearing the music and some of the shit that he was doing, it's like this. Put it like this, because he wasn't as bad. But like say it like he wasn't as bad as like a King Von or
allegedly.
Or like no, I'm saying like as far as putting it out there in the music.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's not as bad as King Von or what's my nigga name from Florida, Jacksonville?
Julio
or Young and Ace.
Young and Ace. Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. When then listen, I pray to God that them niggas don't get hit with the Rico, but y'all not finna be doing what y'all doing, and folks ain't looking at you.
I just hope this shit. I hope they lying in their song.
If they get hit with the Rico, I'm gonna be like, y'all niggas deserved it. You feel me? Just because it was like, bruh, while these shit is a bop, y'all niggas is crazy as fuck. Do y'all not understand what y'all doing right now? Y'all deserve it. Y'all gotta fight that shit off.
But see, the best thing for them, they have a better chance of pulling that type of music off in Florida than being in a New York or shit here.
I mean, no, we got the same laws, nigga.
But the only thing I would say is like they gotta make the Rico shit is
different though.
Is the game
it's federal, nigga?
They just got tie. They better hope like
I said, this
better hope it's just rap. Like you start naming queso, people who are affiliated with your group.
But we know it's not.
They catch one.
We know it's not rap because we watch the documentaries. We see the news clippings. We see that this person died.
No. Rap as saying like. Hopefully, what they saying is like Young and Ace say. Fulio ain't got nothing to do with that. He just rapping.
Oh, you're saying like, he just saying like, we smoking on your homie.
We smoking on your homie.
But somebody, a whole nother crew killed that nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Of course.
Niggas from the same hood, maybe partially, but not
That's like they say in Chicago, like Vaughn said, niggas be in Chicago claiming bodies that they didn't even do for real.
Yeah,
basically.
So it's like it could be something like that. It's just so much killing. You could just be from there and then nobody from the outside know you're a rapper.
That's just one thing I'm not about to do. I ain't claiming nobody. I ain't care.
Because honestly,
one, I don't want the feds to think it, and two, I don't want the family or they homeboys.
Niggas don't think about that shit, bro.
Shit,
and really, Fulio didn't say he killed. It's nothing that this song. He ain't say he's just speaking on it.
No, they're speaking on it, but that bring heat.
No. I'm saying that as far as the Fed case
for rappers. For sure.
I believe if they had something, they probably would have got him already.
I think they built it.
They built it.
You see, they talking about. We talking about YSL. You see, they talking about 50 bodies in the city. Got something to do with YSL.
Yeah, so they'll wait.
My whole thing is shame on y'all.
Nigga, 10 years, you gonna let 50 people die before you be like,
come on, bro.
That's how they keep that 99% rate.
Yeah,
they don't go and have
stacking up bodies.
They wait,
and you know what? It's probably more like it could be around 10.
Yeah, nobody.
It could be around 10, but they just gonna say
the feds for that.
They can say 50, and the media and the judges persuade, and then they could be like, "Well, here go 10 bodies right here."
You can say 50. All you gotta do is prove a couple.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a fact, man.
Exactly.
You don't realize how that courtroom go.
So you keep hearing the whispers.
Oh yeah, so that's why I'm not on the whole throw Young Thug under the jail, because at the end of the day, we do know the media will exaggerate some shit and they will put you paint you to be the worst type of person.
But I also think it's in their best interest for the DA to paint you as a monster.
But I also think it's your stupidity, Young Thug, to not make it hard for them. You know what I'm saying? That's really what the problem is I have. So that's why I don't be like free.
So you're hearing them whispering about talking about 4PF next?
Yeah, I don't think I've never seen. I think that's fake, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I just never seen. When have the feds ever played their hand about people they are investigating that they haven't arrested? When would they ever put a paper out there and take a picture and put it out? Now, unless somebody leaked it, which
they said somebody could get mad and leak it.
If they leak it, the feds gonna figure that shit out, and that person going to jail. I don't agree with it. I think that's fake, bro. They got duct tape on there. I'm not saying that 4PF ain't. I don't know what 4PF does. All I know is that Baby is an old school hustler. He's never came off violent to me. He just seems like a nigga who get money. Maybe the niggas around him is violent. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not from the city. And I live close enough to the city, but I'm not from the city enough to know what 4PF is doing. And I'm older. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So,
yeah, I just thought that shit was a little weird. Yeah. But I mean, with that DA that's out there right now,
she coming.
I wouldn't be surprised. They just go ahead and.
She said though, what she said, she
coming for more street games.
For more street games.
What do we think about them trying to say that Young Thug was in inhumane conditions?
Oh, they were roasting his ass
and whatever and all that. Do we think that this is just a situation like his lawyer probably did that shit?
That's what his lawyer said. But they just recently, the cops was like, "No,
yeah, I'm saying they came and they was like, oh no, this is it right here. This is standard.
Fuck, you think this is
He's
the
3
Ritz?
cells down. This is the standard jail cell. He in Cobb County. They said Cobb County and Gwinnett County the sweetest jails in the metro area. You know what I'm saying? So he probably in there getting treated okay. You know what I mean? But
he gotta say that though.
Yeah, it's not him necessarily saying, it's his lawyer.
No,
right?
I'm saying like his lawyer gotta. At this point, the lawyer supposed to do anything
to get him out,
to get you out, so you can fight this shit.
Because people was just saying like, man, these niggas be crying. Now, I do think it's a little different when I be seeing. Now, I ain't mad at Young Thug because Young Thug didn't say that, his lawyer did. But when every time I see Kodak go to jail, or when I see Young Boy go to jail, them niggas get on social media themselves and be complaining and crying and shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I can see them two niggas getting treated bad at jail.
They gonna get treated bad.
They tired of these niggas.
They gonna get treated bad because that's the persona they put out there.
Yeah, like
I don't want to hear that shit from y'all. Tell your lawyer to say something.
R.P. Vaughn, that nigga little seem like he loved going to jail. Like
Vaughn go to jail, bro. I seen a video the other day. It was like just inside Cook County jail. You know how they do all the counties and shit, bro. They had a scene, bro. Now they didn't even notice that this was King Von at the time when they did this shit, where some niggas took a whole bunch of trash cans and set them put shit in there and set it on fire, and like niggas was just going rogue against the jail, like everything. You could tell from the mannerisms, the ring fucking leader who was setting shit on fire was King Von, bro. I gotta find this video, bro. In the comments, they was like, nigga, that's King Von. You could tell how he moving and shit. It was funny. One of the prisoners, this goofy ass nigga, done passed out because of the fucking smoke and everything. That's why I'm just like, bro. Von, when the ops is saying he is who he is, he's really him.
That's what I say. Like that's the
I don't want to see
epitome of a street nigga to be like, I know I signed up for. I'm willing to deal with the consequences. These other rap niggas, I feel like I don't feel bad. I'm saying I can understand. You rich, you get to lean and do rich. You rich, you can get all you want. You go to jail, of course it's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah, nigga, you seen Gunna going through withdrawals. He was in there for 3 hours. Goddamn, damn, how much lean is you drinking, nigga?
I can understand. It's probably rougher for somebody who's used to a certain lifestyle.
It is what it is, my nigga. Y'all chose the life. Y'all got caught. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Hopefully everything work out for y'all, my boys. So, we had goddamn, that was YSL. What do y'all think about Patrick Beverly doing his his media run through ESPN? He was on everything. Get Up, First Take, everything that possibly had to do with basketball. He was on there talking in an interesting way. We all know that him and Chris Paul have some type of beef, and he even said it started back when he was in college. And he said he destroyed Chris and at a LeBron James camp. And ever since then, there's been tension. And so when when this did happen, we seen Chris Paul. It seemed like when he turned 37 or 38 or however old he is, that nigga aged overnight. And he played 4 shit ass playoff games in a row. And it was up 2-0. He's now have the most 2-0 leads blown in history of the NBA. He has 5 of them. So, of course it comes with slander, but he's the president and he's the president of the Players Association and he's a clean cut image. What do we think about Patrick Beverly going at him?
Or big picture, I just think a lot of these NBA players are positioning themselves for
media.
Like, and you don't want to be boring.
That was kind of his trial run.
I think that was a trial. That's just, okay, because all publicity is good publicity. People talking about him, people want to see him. And I was listening to somebody else say that it was like, a lot of players come, they go on screen, they're timid, quiet, they don't really say nothing, they're kind of easy going, they don't really last.
Yeah, bring another cup up.
As compared to like niggas who are, look at Kendrick Perkins. You know what I'm saying? He gonna talk. He gonna say what he gonna say. Even I didn't really like him at first, but now I'm realizing it. It's
the longer he been there, it show he know what the hell he talking about, but he gonna say it in a way
to make people talk about it. So.
Whether you like what he say, don't like it, the nigga know what the hell he talking about.
So,
Patrick Beverly, that shit he was saying this past week, that first day, he just was talking like he was a nigga sitting on the couch with us talking about that shit.
Sound like he got a real beef with that nigga Chris.
No, that's what I'm saying. That just sounded like
regular nigga.
That was personal.
Yeah.
But as the week went on, I was like, oh, this nigga
pretty
good at this shit.
He's pretty good at that shit.
Yeah.
So I see that shit as that. What the interesting part though is like, you seen Matt Barnes came out and was like, which is funny too.
I was watching that shit live. Like, nigga, I'm not even paying attention. I'm working. Then this nigga just went in and got right back in the regular mode. I was like, damn.
Danny Green came and said something. But the Matt Barnes thing is interesting because it's like the same shit with Kwame Brown. Exactly. He tried to cop a plea.
He went at it with Kwame Brown. So I just think, Matt Barnes, you kind of like a little hypocritical. That wasn't something you should have really put your motherfucking 2 cents in. You know what I mean? Like, you should have just left that one alone. Niggas love Chris Paul, bro. But then when they play with him, they hate that nigga. I don't get it, bro. Like, I don't know. That nigga got the power to blackball niggas or some shit.
Nigga probably an asshole in practice and shit.
I believe that shit.
What do we think about Nick Saban, bro? Now, y'all seen Nick Saban.
Crybaby ass nigga.
He was talking about, the name, image, and likeness of players and whatnot. And he was going at Texas A&M, saying that they paid, how much they paid for players and whatever. And then he came at Deion Sanders and Jackson State. And he didn't say Travis, what's his name? Travis Hunter's name, but he said, they paid a player $1 million to come. What do we think?
I think Travis Hunter made a comment and said, $1 million? And my mom's living in a 3-bedroom house?
With 5 kids?
I was like, You stay in Collins Hill. That might be $1 million out there the way this price going up.
It's
nigga.
definitely $1 million house over there in Swanee. But
Hey, what you talking about?
We
nigga?
gotta take it as that he's a kid. He don't know what.
Like,
He don't.
better-
He didn't
this
get no
ain't-
$1 million.
Yeah.
This ain't goddamn 03, nigga.
Now, what I will say,
But
he is from like, I forgot what part of Florida he's from, but it's not a nice part. And
Yeah,
he came up here, so you know they probably is going through it. And Nick Saban's defense, Collins Hill probably bought him that damn.
Yeah, Collins Hill bought that. That wasn't Jackson State.
My takeaway is people like don't realize Nick Saban didn't do shit like this every year. He complained. He complained about the rules, the pace of the game, how everybody's doing know how to offense. He complained about the rule changes. He complained about recruiting. He complained about ex coaches. He like, and I just think that's just his edge to be the best. I don't take it like personal, right? But like the whole Jimbo Fisher shit, I think that's just a shot at Texas. And he do that. He's been doing that like literally since I've been watching that, him at Bama. The Deion Sanders shit, that's probably personal too. Like they're losing recruits to these
Black schools,
these small schools. So it's like,
nigger.
you know, it's like damn.
Really
Like,
to say.
they take them shit personal. Like you talking about Nick Saban used to get what the fuck he want. When he don't get what he want, this is the result.
Just because he was sliding $1 million under the table. Now these niggas hand it to him legally through endorsements or however, and he don't like that shit. Now niggas can do the same shit he got to do, and until he figure out the game and figure out how to make that 1 and the 3 or whatever to bribe niggas to come to him, he gonna cry about that shit. Like I just say shit, but this nigga crying right now because everybody doing what him and whoever else under him been doing for years, and now motherfuckers want to goddamn, cry about the shit. But Jimbo ain't sit down. He ain't lay down like no bitch either.
He said that man wrong. Yeah. He said they ain't pay nobody that much.
And even if they did, it don't matter.
I first of all, I believe they do. My brother sent me that picture. He was like, "You think Deion telling the truth?" I said, "No." I knew that they paid that nigga $1 million.
Jackson State didn't pay him no.
I don't think they paid him $1 million, or maybe maybe the boosters.
Maybe Deion,
but don't get mad because a motherfucker playing the same game as you.
Yeah,
you not been at. That's the thing. That's what I first thought about. Like even if they did pay that man $1 million, what about what you done?
Nigga, you got a player right now that ain't touched the field that's making $1 million.
Come on, bro. Stop playing.
What are you talking about?
Y'all got recruits coming to Alabama. They ain't never been to Alabama in their life. They coming from California. They coming from Wales and other places.
Ain't that the backup quarterback that ain't even played yet? They got $1 million
come on,
contract.
bro. Y'all niggas gotta
endorsement?
stop playing. Stop playing with these niggas' names. Just don't be mad because Travis Hunter ain't want to play for you.
He's still salty about that championship.
Come on, you got a DB who love playing DB, going to play for the best DB that's ever played in the world. And of course, you throw me a little extra bread. Yeah, I'm gonna be over there. It is what it is. So maybe he's seen a little million, or maybe he was promised $1 million over the year. I don't know. Maybe $1 million in funds to so his mom could come to the games, whatever it may be. I don't give a fuck because y'all been playing that game forever too. So I don't like white men speaking on black colleges either. So shut the fuck up, bitch. Bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your fucking budget, 100 and something million, 180 million.
Yeah,
you make 9 million or some shit like that.
See, I didn't want to go too big picture because
Deion Sanders making 330,000.
At least the race.
They whole budget ain't. Come on, bro. Stop playing, man.
That nigga making how much half your house costs, nigga.
Come on, brother. Let's not do that. All right, before we get to what scenario, what do we think is gonna happen to with this playoff, man? Who we got going on?
I still got my same pick, Miami, man. Like they got the head cracked yesterday, but it's a 7-game series for a reason. You know, we seen Phoenix up 2-0. It's a series about momentum. To go from game to game. They just need Kyle Lowry back, I think. I never thought I was at my life. But they need that man back.
I don't know if Kyle Lowry can still do that.
And they need Bam to step up because 6 points is ridiculous.
But them niggas just had a bad game. It's going to be Golden State and Miami.
That's my pick.
Hell fuck no. I got Boston and Miami. I mean Boston and Golden State. But my heart is with Golden State, but my head is saying Boston. I think Boston, they have too much size, and I think that's what's fucking Miami up. That's why you see Bam Adebayo getting 6 points, because they starting Robert Williams and fucking Al Horford. Like, you got a 6'10" and a 7-footer out there. And Miami's a small team. And then they got 2 6'7" wings. And then they got a 6'3" point guard who's strong, physical, can play defense, defensive player of the year. I just think that that's a hard task, you know, to keep up with. So I'm going with them. And the reason I got them beating the Warriors is just because, like I said, size. We've seen that the Warriors, they play small ball. You get that size out there. It's just whoever wins the tempo, but I think that it's going to be hard to defend Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Like, I don't know. I just think that it's a lot of size. I think that they can play any style. Like, they can play small. They can play big. They're better defenders than the Warriors. The Warriors tend to turn over the ball a lot.
I hate watching them play. Sometimes.
Yeah, they turn the ball over.
It's dope, but it's so annoying.
Yeah, like when it's working, it's working. When it's not, it's terrible. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when you got a team that average 14, 15 turnovers per game against the best defense in the league, what's going to happen? And they can score just as good as y'all. And they're going to shoot just as many threes as y'all. Like, what's going to happen?
It's going to come down. Even this series, it's going to come down making threes.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
If Boston stay hot, they could possibly win. But if they keep relying on that three like how they was last game,
it can go.
I mean, I thought that with the last series, I'm like, bro, they shoot way too many threes, but they ended up.
But it won 7. They could easily lost that series.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think though that really like I think Miami's won one quarter out of the 2 games.
Yeah, that's what's troubling.
So that's why I'm not really like, you know, and they didn't have a enforcers. You know what I'm saying? Like they missing key players. So I think that now that they got everybody back, I just think that sky's the limit. So it's time for that. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Say what? What's the scenario?
Hey.
All right, I'm going to just say this one freestyle because I'll be watching TV and shit. So let's say that y'all have a father who was a detective, a cop, and very decorated cop. Once he got the highest medal that you can get. Now, let's say this is Brandon's situation, right? And then let's say that your father was a cop too, right? That y'all fathers was partners. Y'all grew up together, right? Mm-hmm. So both of y'all are cops or whatever. Well, he's
both our father are cops, or us?
Both of y'all fathers were cops. He's a cop, and your father had a decoration. He got the lead badge that you can get, like the biggest badge of honor you could get for a situation. So one day you're talking to him, and he says, "You know that was staged, right? Like, you know, like your dad told my dad to shoot him in the leg to cover up for something else that went down, and this dude went to jail for it for life, right?" Mm-hmm. And so you go and you do your due diligence, and you find out that your dad and his dad was crooked. Like, they lied, and he got that highest badge of honor, and you're a cop now. Would you go against your father and smear his name and try to get that person out of jail that wasn't supposed to be there? Or would you just be like, I can't do that to my pops? You know, like, say your mom don't know. Your mom used to be like, she looked at him like a superhero. Kids, your brothers, sisters looked at him like a superhero. This is who dad is.
What's Brandon's relationship with his
loved his dad? What's his relationship with what?
With his crooked cop dad.
Loved his dad. He's heartbroken that his dad, that he found out that this is what his dad did.
And I know it. My dad's.
You know, but you ain't no cop. Then you told him.
I just told him, like, hey, all that shit, your pops.
Yeah, that's cap. Like, my dad was a son of a bitch. Like, type shit. You know who your dad is. He don't know who his dad is, though.
I mean,
if I was Brandon, nah. Like, why would I go spare his name? Like, you gotta understand, like, people don't realize, like, the biggest gang in America is the police.
Time out. You just said, why would you smear his name? And the only reason I'm asking this question because the person that went down for it is in jail for life.
Yeah, that's not his daddy, though. Why would he smear his daddy's name for some dude?
Wow.
And then, like, because it's not a simple thing. Like, yeah, you can free your dad gonna go to jail. His dad probably go to jail, can ruin the reputation. It's a big thing. Like, now you call the case.
In the video that I was that I seen it in that was dead.
Oh.
But we could do it alive or dead.
I mean, it ruined your family name. Like you gonna get a lot of pushback from that because especially if people don't know. If people don't know from the commissioner, the police, like police don't like. They don't. Nobody wants to make the police look bad. So if you coming out saying no, we gave this man, y'all gave this my dad this great honor, and it was all a lie. So all y'all, it's too much accountability. So shit, niggas go do every day, B.
I don't like the way you saying that.
Damn. No, I'm not turning on. I'm not telling him to turn on the fire. I'm gonna tell you just so you know.
It's one thing when you say go protect your dad, but it's be like, things every day. Be like, this is a man, who went to jail for life.
I got two separate answers based on.
It didn't do nothing.
Now, you said my pop's dead. If
you could do it from both perspectives.
If he's dead, this is gonna be a great ass anonymous tip that's coming to you. You ain't gonna know where the fuck this shit came from. Hey, my mom just gonna have to deal with it. As long as we got the pension money, I'm gonna make sure everything's set up
shit
first.
Go away.
But I'm gonna make sure we set up first. Like, I'm pulling money here and there. That
see, y'all can't have it both ways.
I'm gonna make sure everything's good.
You can't have it both ways.
But
either you go all in or you don't.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna have
you can't just tip and then everything work out and he get out of jail. But no,
I'm just
that's
saying,
a big
I know
deal.
what I'm going to try to do now. Whatever happens.
Are you gonna ride with it? You gotta be the lead person on that.
I'm throwing an anonymous tip and fuck it. Hey, y'all do y'all job at that point. Now, my pop's still alive, but like, hey, look. But you gotta think. I'm thinking as a mindset of the scenario. I'm a cop as well.
Yes.
So if I'm already a cop,
man.
Hey, pops, you. Hey, look. This how you gotta do it to make it. Because if I'm going to already go the cop route, which I know right now I could not be a cop. If I'm going to take that route and this is what you got to do to make it, fuck it, I'll just be a crooked ass cop too.
I just feel like this is part of it.
I'm not about to snitch on my pops and have him go to jail. And I'm already doing the same shit. I'm a cop.
I'm going to just say this. I agree with the method of it. And this is whether he's dead or alive. Like, I'm going to just find a way to anonymously turn that shit in. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm not with letting another man sit up in prison for life. Like, I just can't sleep at night with like a nigga, like knowing that my dad let another nigga go to jail for the rest of his life and he ain't do shit. And then he got the badge of honor for that shit, like he really did some shit. Fuck that.
Whether he dead or alive?
Yeah, whether he dead or alive, nigga, you gotta deal with that shit.
I hear
Mom's
you.
Still here.
You
I gotta deal with you.
You can't sleep with you, but I'm just saying. I think
I don't give a fuck about that code. I don't fuck that shit.
Y'all don't realize how like the difficult that's gonna be. People are not gonna want to fuck with you.
But what I'm saying is find a way to put them files on. I don't know. Just you gotta find out.
I might just take some of that pension money and give it announcement to the family. Something like that.
Ain't doing because the family ain't gonna want that money.
They want that nigga out of jail, nigga. What the fuck?
It's anonymously. They ain't gonna get no. They just gonna get money.
That's gonna make them want to.
That's gonna open up another case, and then you gonna look like you covering up for the shit.
How?
That's how you end up going to jail.
Nigga, that's
you
when
never know.
The same way I get that anonymous tip that don't come to y'all, they don't find out straight back to you.
But you know what? I'm not gonna go to jail. At the end of the day, if my dad go to jail, and then if I get caught, one who put that shit on the desk, then me and my dad gonna have a conversation. Yeah, you a fuck nigga. You did that. You've been you told me my whole life that this is be a cop. This is what we supposed to do. This is how cops move. This is what we doing. And then it turns out that you sending niggas to jail. You crazy as fuck. Fuck out of here, nigga.
That's also too. I feel like too. At the same point, you gotta goddamn use common sense when you go into that role. If that's what you want to do, like your eyes gotta be open, and you can't be that shouldn't be no surprise.
That shit everything ain't all peachy. Shit, that's fucked up. That's the worst.
I ain't finna be on some niggas go to jail every day. Be like how you talking about. Fuck that.
I don't know what that nigga.
I ain't talking like that when a nigga went to jail for
innocent niggas go.
I can't say that out loud and be just cool with it, knowing that my family member sent that nigga to jail like that, and just be like shit. Well, at least my daddy out. Fuck that nigga. He done spent half this time. He deserved to go to.
Nigga, you just gonna say fuck your daddy?
Fuck my daddy, nigga. If my dad, listen. Okay. If my daddy if my pops is a cop, and your whole time he's been grooming you to be a cop, and he's been telling you this is the way you should do things. This is what it is. This is what it is, and this is what it ain't. And it turns out that he really the opposite of that. Nigga, then you really a fuck nigga,
you
bro.
got. Let's go back to the scenario, cause
I did. This is the scenario.
no, I'm saying that to say, Brandon heard that from me, right?
I said he did his due diligence and found it out. Whether that
Confirm
means
what you
doing
said.
ballistics or investigating the crime.
Basically
What show
it
was
said-
this?
This was on not organized crime. This was organized crime, Law and Order. Shout out to
What that nigga
Detective
do? He turned his
Stabler.
daddy in.
His daddy dead, but he went to the family and said that's how they ended the season, where he basically sat down with the father of the person that's in jail, and he said, "My dad set your son up to go to jail for life." And it's basically, you could tell the next season he's going to be trying to
Trying to prove,
Get him
trying
out.
to get him out.
yeah.
But see, that's cool. My pops already did.
No, I'm saying I was making it
That
more
makes it
interesting.
alive.
Hell no.
Alive. You
So
got-
even if the nigga dead, you wouldn't do it
No.
because he got a little badge of honor.
Nah, I just feel like that
Why
ain't,
you
that ain't my
crazy?
you
business,
still
man.
gonna keep the pension? You still gonna keep the
I'm not,
Bro, you don't need that nigga
I'm not
pension.
about
You
to
get-
just
you
turn
a
on-
cop
I'm not
yourself.
talking about me. I'm saying like if my mom
not
is
about to do
dead,
that, bro.
that's what she living off.
Man, that
of.
shit taken care of. You
That
gotta
ain't
take
my
care of
job
your
to do that. Fuck that.
It is your job as a cop. It is. It literally
That's an
is.
oath.
Yeah, it literally is your job.
Just to do what?
If somebody has told you that your father was crooked and that shit was foul, it kind of, and you're a detective, it kind of is your job to at least present that information to somebody.
More of this story is don't become a cop. You ain't gotta worry about this
I'm not dealing
shit.
with that shit. Y'all seen,
Y'all got anything else?
American
Hey, bruh.
Gangster.
Any other what scenarios or facts and cap?
Hey, this right here is more a facts and cap. Is it easier to break up with your girlfriend or leave your side chick?
Is it easier to break up with your
easier to leave your side
girlfriend
chick.
or leave your side chick?
Now the consequences of leaving your side chick, you gotta think about it. You
She
might
can
lose
tell.
both of
She
them.
can do the.
So which one is harder to do?
I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah, like how
this-
dedicated are you to the side chick? Because that's
how
the way you're.
often do you see the side chick?
Yeah, the way you
is a
talking.
side chick
No, I'm
somebody
not
you
saying
work
that the
with?
girlfriend is the girlfriend of
If
the
it's a
side
side-
chick.
if
I'm
it's
just
si-
saying like
If the side chick, I think it's all about location. If the side chick is somebody you work with, it's way easier to get rid of the girlfriend because you gonna see that bitch every day. For obvious reason. Girlfriend, once you break it up, you know, if as long as y'all not living together, or even then, you can move out beside. You're not dealing with them. So depends on that. But if it's just a side that you gotta go and see, nah, it's probably is easier to. Yeah, I think it depends on location. Like, if your side girl work with you, then you trying to break up with her. Messy, you at work, you still seeing them, and then you just there. But your girl, you break up with your girl. Yeah, she can keep trying to come back, but you don't have to see her every day that you go to work. So I think it's probably easier to break up with the girlfriend, because like once side girls is like it's not no real it's not as committed as girlfriend. It's not like you can come in and out of that shit. Same thing with a girlfriend, but like it's kind of like once it's over, it's over. Yeah. Side girls like you can go double back. You know, okay, I'm single now. You know what I'm saying?
I think it depends on how the relationship you have with your side bitch, not necessarily location. Like, are you whining and dining and like your side bitch is in love with you type shit?
that's the key word. If your side bitch is in love with you, nigga,
Like,
leave
yeah,
your
like, are
girlfriend.
you doing boyfriend things? Like, are you in basically are you in a full blown relationship with your side bitch? Then, to be honest, neither one. Because if you too, so neither one of them is easy. But I think it's easier to just lose a side bitch and just pray that the bitch don't do too much. Because let's say that you married, you could lose it all, nigga. You could lose half. You could lose, your kids. Like, it's more risk. It's more to lose with her. So why would I leave her?
You said girlfriend or not married?
No. I'm saying, is it easier to lose a breakup with a side chick or a girlfriend? Not saying
Okay, well, we're just saying
like how his scenario, like how he put it.
it's
That's how I was asking the question.
But it's easier to break up with a side girl than married. The divorces.
No. What I'm saying, like how you
Yeah,
said,
we talking about
it's
a girl.
easier to break up with. Is it easier to break up with the side chick and you're married, or just break up with a long-standing girlfriend that you have?
Wait, what?
The scenarios ain't together. Don't try to combine
Okay.
them.
He's saying from both positions.
Like if you have a mistress, that's your side chick. Is it harder to break up with your mistress or just break up with a long-standing girlfriend that you have?
Yeah, I think it just depends on how. I was like, if your side girl in love with you, I think it's hard.
Like if you
Especially if you see her all the time.
like if you pop up once a month on your side bitch and fuck her and keep it moving, then yeah, she can go. And if she's like, be like, well, shit, listen, I'm out too. Like, you know, maybe she got something to lose. Maybe she got a nigga.
But if your side girl is like literally girlfriend number 2,
yeah,
I think that's harder.
Well, then I just think you in a bad situation. I don't even know if it's harder than a girl. I just think you're in a bad situation both ways.
Yeah, I seen this shit on Twitter the other day, and I was like, damn, it's the way they was putting out the scenarios and shit. That shit's way easier just to break up with a girlfriend that you might have. Cause having a side chick, boy, you could lose everything.
I agree.
Like that shit, like some of them
Yeah,
shit.
I just think that's why I say I think it just depends on the relationship. Yeah, I feel like if you, which I don't condone, let me say that, but let's say you're married with a side chick, you need to have a side chick that got something to lose as well.
They gotta be married.
Yeah, like you can't just be out here. Like, don't be fucking with your 23-year-old secretary who just graduated college or is graduating college in May. You know what I'm saying? You pay for a couple of her books and shit. Like, don't.
Now she done fell in love.
Yeah, you dicking her down in the office and ain't nobody there and type shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. If you gonna do something, which I don't recommend, again, you would do that with. You know, like you 35, you need to have a 35-year-old woman that's got 2 kids too, the same as you, or something, 4 kids, whatever it is. That would make the most sense to me. But I mean, that's why I say it just depends on the relationship you got going on. So,
because go ahead. Can friends have sex?
I mean, they can. Facts.
I get what you're trying to ask.
Is there consequences to that?
Can you be friends?
I don't
can you
think that's a good
friends
idea.
and have sex and be having sex, or is that something different?
I think that's a
question.
I think it's rare.
That's a 1 out of 50.
Yeah,
1 out of 50.
So what's the scenario of a friend? They're having sex. Paint
maybe
the picture.
A friend that's already got a nigga and you fucking her, or you fucked her, or maybe y'all just had sex once. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't be a casual thing. Like, it can't be something that's always going down. Like, maybe something happened once. Like, we got a little too drunk and we had sex. And then we just agreed, like, say it's like we agreed, like, you know what? We're not going to do this no more. Blah, blah,
So,
blah.
in that scenario, in that case, then it's kind of like, no. Because it's like, y'all did it.
I mean,
and the reason why y'all can't do it because y'all friends.
That's what I'm saying. You can look at it both ways. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying, like, one-off. I'm saying like
I've had out of those type of friends with benefits, it's only worked successfully twice.
And what were the dynamics of that relationship?
I mean, it was really understood. Like, both parties understood what was going on. It wasn't no I love you. It wasn't no extra shit. We kicked it. We friends. We hang out. Oh shit. I want to fuck. You want to fuck. Let's fuck. We leave it at that. But it's
nobody caught feelings.
No, it was no extra feelings. We knew what it was. She went shit. I went shit. We knew what the fuck we was doing. Like, she had a situation. I was side nigga B. Like, it just was what it was.
I've always told niggas, like, if you gonna get you a cut buddy, and especially a friend, you probably need to only be on that for like a short amount of time, 30 days, 3 months most, probationary period. Do not go further than that because feelings will be involved, either you or her.
Like I said, I've had 2 successful ones that lasted for years.
Yeah, I don't.
But
I think it's rare. I think it's possible, but I don't think it is the norm.
I've lost close friends over that shit. I done lost friends that, we talk like every other day. Like, yeah, that shit. It just at the end of it, the lines got blurred. One person thought one thing, one person thought the other. Thought shit was gonna change after a while. Once feelings get involved, you can't control how somebody feel. They gonna feel how they feel, and you playing Russian roulette. And like I said, 1 out of 50.
Here's one more, Kazadi.
Would you rather get $5 million today, or wait 25 years for $100 million?
You said $25 million today?
$5 million today.
Or 25.
25 or $100 million in 25 years.
I'm gonna cash out right now.
I'll give me that $5 million a day.
Cause it's not guaranteed I'm gonna live 25.
Like, I can slip and fall down these steps and crack my head.
And you know, I could take that $5 million and go get a skill, learn something, and then invest that, and that could end up being $100 million. Just confidence and betting on yourself. That's how I look at it. Like, what I'm waiting $25 million. Shit, if I wait $25 million right now, that's just for my kids. When you fuck my kids, I need that $5 million now. I'm trying to turn up.
$100 million.
Well, whatever it is, I'm trying to live my life too.
Fuck my kids now.
Fuck my kid, fuck my daddy.
Fuck the fam.
Nigga, I'm about to be 32. That means what? That's what? 52, 57 when I get my $100 million, nigga. What?
I'm trying to get good off this five.
Since 25. That wasn't even the original time. I just wanted to see where the line was. Question is actually 15 years.
I want my $5 now.
$100 million in 15 years or $5 million right now?
I'll take my $5 right now. Nigga, you can
Just
tell me.
thinking about it.
I'm gonna take the 5. If it was 10, then I might wait.
Nigga, you can tell me 5 years. I want my $5 right now.
I'm gonna take the 5.
I can take 5 and at least
10. Anything 10 and under, I'll wait.
Shit.
I'll wait.
Oh my God. Niggas be dying too early.
I'm taking that 5 now, bro.
Give me my 5 now.
good with
Niggas
the
be
5.
dying too early nowadays, bro. You never
10
know
and
what
under,
happened.
boy. You know what type of motivation I'm about to be on, nigga. I'm never drinking again. I'm drinking water. I'm doing everything. I'm running miles, nigga. I'm gonna make it to that 10 years, nigga.
Nigga, if I have to wait 10 years to get to 100 mil, do you know that 100 mil might be half spent by the time I get to the 10 years? Because I know I'm gonna get that shit.
Half spent is still more than 5, nigga. Fuck out of here. This nigga said, "Oh, I'm 50 million."
that anticipation might be too much.
Yeah, it probably will. But you know what? Once you take, let's say it was like once you make your choice, you can't go back. What can you do? You know you're gonna get 100. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play the long game. It is what it is. You know
so
what I'm
now
saying?
you gonna just bet on yourself the opposite way.
I'm gonna spend that. You know what? And I might need that because you know what? If let's say it's 10 years, I might need that because then I can prepare myself for what I'm gonna do.
With it.
Yeah, like I can get my education. I can go to college. I can whatever it is that I need to do.
$5 million on a bad investment. Now now 10 years later,
if you know in 10
down
years,
the street got 100
yeah,
with a law degree
and
a finance degree.
That's probably That's probably the end game. I probably ain't ready for $5 million to go from goddamn whatever I make right now to $5 million, and let alone 100. You know what I'm saying? I might have to build the courage up to be telling family members, nope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. So, you got to get your, you know, you might get loans and shit that can lead to more investment. Like, you know what I'm saying? You speak business. You got time to figure it out. Like, it's guaranteed. I guarantee you, if you can prove that to a bank or motherfucking, they'll work with you. They'll be like, listen, well, this is what we gonna do with your money. This
niggas got scholarships at 5 years old.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm taking the $5 million.
Man, we out of here, baby. Stick 'em. Stick 'em.